This is Mark Belton, Super Training Gym, the strongest gym in the West. This message is brought to you by the Slingshot, the only freaking strength magazine in the world, the Power Magazine, and my homie Silent Mike. Thanks for bringing this to us, Silent Mike.
I brought it to the world. You guys can thank me later.
Brought it to the world. Now you're standing alone.
Now we're here with Mr. Robot Pants.
Look at the band. Look at the band in that bar. Robot is so strong. How does he do that? Oh, he's got bands on there.
I was going to say, I'm not sure if the weight's pulling it down or if he's ripping it down over his shoulders.
Those bands are going to make me dance.
Ryan Spencer's dancing over here. Tyrion, ladies and gentlemen. Game of Thrones.
Bent his bar, too.
He's strong.
Yeah, he's in Pixels, too.
He's getting quite popular.
He's fucking Pac-Man guy. He cheats, though.
I actually think he's a writer in the movie Elf as well.
G-Buff, my homie G-Buff.
You guys probably haven't seen G-Buff in a while. He's an OG of the group. Not only a little bit older than everybody, but he's been with Super Training well longer than I have.
He can't see or hear. That's kind of the best thing about him. That's what explains those Coke bottle glasses he's wearing there.
He's one of our few geared lifters left at Super Training. Maybe the one and only.
Kind of a dinosaur. Got him and Kara Weston and Juan Laja still wearing some powerlifting gear, but other than that, almost the rest of us are raw or raw-ish. Some raw in knee wraps and some raw in sleeves.
Yeah, but who's judging who?
Yeah, who's judging who? There's Ryan Spencer. He just did a USAPL meet recently. I don't know his exact numbers. Maybe Silent Mike can fill us in on some of those.
I think he totaled around 1350 or so.
And like then 160 something, 165,
yeah,
whatever that weight class is.
Masters 163. Robot's lifting all alone. It's so sad over here. But he's got the Duffalo bar by Chris Doofin.
Oh, nice wink there from Marcus. Marcus rolling out some shit in his upper trap / rib. The cambered bar just causes some instability, changes the center of gravity, and then also takes, whoa, Sandy's going fast, dropping it like it's hot.
New definition of speed squats.
God damn, Sandy. But this type of bar, the Buffalo bar, kind of does the same thing as the cambered bar, where the handles are down lower, taking a lot of the stress off the upper body. More often than not, we see a lot of dysfunction in the upper body when people are doing their squats, and that actually causes bad form. Usually for myself, I can move my hips and my knees okay, but for me, moving the upper body around is the hard part.
If you're benching 2 to 3 times a week, squatting 2 to 3 times a week, even a smaller guy like myself, you'll start to get a lot of pain in your shoulders and elbows. So I can't imagine a big guy like Mark getting under the bar, benching heavy weights, so that's why they use some tools here and there.
You think I'm a big guy, Mike?
You're a medium guy.
That's really nice of you. You see Sandy was doing some face pulls. The face pulls help to build up the upper back and help to give you some structure to your squats, deadlifts, and benches. It's always important when you're doing those movements that you keep your chest up. And you can see Sandy is pretty well off in the front there, which kind of shifts your weight forward for those of you ladies out there that have some boobage. You want to make sure you really train the mid to upper back. And guys that are bench pressing all the time, your shoulders are going to come forward and you're going to end up with a similar effect. So you got to make sure you're really training your upper back and rear delts. On top of that, it's going to give you a shelf to put the bar for when you're doing your squats.
What is it, ladies' night here at Super Training? You saw Sandy using the Pit Shark from RogueFitness.com. It's a kind of a belt squat machine. She actually hurt her back a little bit, just a little tweak. So she's just trying to focus on the things she can do, not worry about the things she cannot at the moment, which are a barbell squat and barbell deadlift.
And playing some golf.
And we were playing some golf the other day.
I saw that.
Check out my Instagrams. We were fucking smashing balls.
Got Bobby B banging out some squats here. Bobby recently did a strongman competition. She did a USAPL meet as well. She's a strong girl. She's always improving and always getting better. And I believe she did like a 500-pound deadlift done in a strongman type event where it's like a shortened range of motion deadlift, but nonetheless, I think it was a 500-pound pull, which is unbelievable from a girl her size.
Yeah, she's probably 5 feet tall and weighs 125 pounds.
Yeah, she's 4'3", I think.
Yeah, on the dot.
Look at Robot giving that spot.
Just being a pervert back there.
Way to be there, teammate. Robot, by the way, does not spot anybody else in the gym. He's kind of known for that. Known for being a prick.
He hasn't spotted me once. I almost fell. But
he's never helped me.
Oh.
Oh, hey now. Those are the new strong sleeves that we've been working on. See the close-up of the package. Not much to look at there, as is to be expected. I was working hard on this day on some squatting, trying to get the bar a little bit lower. I didn't have any success. You see the dysfunction in the upper body as we talked about earlier. I'm really starting to lean forward quite a bit, not keeping the upper body posture. And a lot of that's just due to like tightness through the lats, the shoulders, the rear delts. Mike, as he goes up in weight, actually does a better job than he's doing here. He's collapsing a tiny bit through the chest. but he's still doing a good job of pushing back into the bar, and that's really what you're looking for, is to try to get as much contact with that barbell as you can.
Yeah, it's partially just me being lazy. As the weights get heavier, I focus a little harder, which probably shouldn't do. I should try to focus the whole time, get as tight as I can through everything, but as the weights get a little heavier, you focus more.
Got Robot here with about 5 plates on and a band. And you can see he also wrapped up the knees.
It's probably about 550 because I think the bar is a little heavy, and then he has a kilo plate or a 55-pound plate snuck in there. It's pretty heavy.
It's a heavy weight, and for those of you that aren't too familiar with knee wraps can be a great way to overload. You can kind of look at them as maybe throwing on like an extra belt, or look at it as like a slingshot type device where you're just throwing something on that's going to allow you to lift 30 to 40 more pounds.
I think that was my top set, about 485 or so. Me and Mark were just trying to get 3 good triples in on the day.
See, this is now about, I think, 465 or 475 there that Mike had there. Go back and make sure you watch those squats there by Mike where he's got the bar. Oh, here's another shot of him going again. You can see the bar, where the bar placement is. He's got a good bar placement because the bar is just under his traps but still hanging out on the rear delt. And if you don't have that upper back development, that's what you're seeking, that's what you're after. And one way to try to make sure that you have at least some of that is to simply just get your hands in close. So if you don't have a tremendous upper back, you can just bring your hands in closer, and it should create some more tightness for you.
And to grow an upper back, maybe you should hit up some rows, face pulls, chin-ups, deadlifts. What?
You see there, again, just I'm getting that dog shitting on the front lawn kind of look because my body's just tight, and it's just something I'm just going to keep working on. I'm going to get better at it. You have to there's some certain things you have to accept when you're training, and you're going to be gifted at a couple things, and you're going to suck at probably a lot of things. And you just have to come to accept that, and then from there, just try to get better at it. Those actually aren't looking too bad.
Yeah, Mark's just piecing it together, He's only been raw squatting for maybe 2-3 years. So first, depth was kind of an issue. Knee pain was an issue from his spill. Now he's hitting depth, no problem. Now he's just trying to work on kind of where to put the bar. Piece by piece, you get your form better. You can't fix everything at once. Go into a session, have a plan on the weights you're going to use, and then also have a plan on one thing you're going to try to fix in your form.
That's a great point, is that it's not going to happen in one day, but you still have to work towards it. You still have to work for it. Marcus actually has been working on a sumo deadlift, what seems like a better part of a year now, and he just really had a hell of a time trying to figure it out. I think he went to a meet and pulled like a 6-something deadlift, maybe 630 deadlift or so, and then from there his deadlift went down 60, 70 pounds or so for a long time. It took him a long time to try to figure some of this shit out, and now he's cruising right along, and he pulled on this day, I think he pulls about 665, which is about right here. But there's always going to be times where you can work on your form and work on getting it better, and there's going to be times where you just have to simply go for it and lift heavy. But the goal is to always just work on not only getting stronger but getting better.
Yeah, and Marcus right there was a great example. That's a heavy set for him, maybe in the 85 to 95% range. So it looks hard, but he also stayed in position and kept his form the whole time.
Here we got Hanny, what's his last name?
I fucked that way up.
I really don't know.
He's part of the strength athlete with Bryce Lewis, who we just recently had in town. One of their coaches, a powerlifter, USAPL judge as well.
He also, fortunately for us, is kind of part of Team Super Training now. He's been working here in the area a little bit, and he was in again this weekend, and he'll be in again, looks like next weekend, and he'll be around a little bit more, which is fucking awesome to have him around. He's also part of Power Magazine now. We had him recently interview Lane Norton. That issue is going to come out in about 2 months, and the interview ended up going great, so you're going to want to look for that as well.
There was 2 guys with really great hair.
Slugging it out.
Just exchanging compliments, most likely.
Ryan Spencer, for those of you who don't know, he's really fucking strong. He's small, but he's strong as shit. It's kind of funny to watch him do these deadlifts sometimes because he's just over there just repping them out, just cranking them out. He's somebody that's always liked to do reps, and he just really won't even think about it. He'll just do 4 plates and 5 plates for 6 reps, 7 reps, and you ask him how it's going. He's like, oh, it's okay.
Yeah, he struggles in the bench a little bit, but both his squat and deadlift, he's super, super strong. Gets in a great position in his deadlift, maybe without even knowing what the hell he's doing.
Sometimes, when you're deficient at a certain exercise, you're just going to have to try to figure out ways to build up muscle for that particular lift. And I think in Ryan's case, he's got to really try to work on all the muscles around the shoulder. And he's got pretty big arms for his size, but working on some of the muscles around the shoulder should actually help improve his bench press a little bit.
Here we are talking a lot of shit like we mostly do.
Running them dare sprints.
Decided to do a little conditioning. I'm trying to hit it up 3 times a week or so. Just a couple sprints, but Handy
doing lunges in between or something?
Handy wanted to get bicep curls in between. So something a little smarter. Might have been some lunges or something, some active rest, but instead we did curls.
Yeah, why not get your heart rate up a little bit in between some of your, or at the end of a workout. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You got the curls going on. Getting them there biceps.
Marcus is just being weird and watching us for some reason, but
he's just being fat, running some football drills.
yeah, out there working fucking.
Strength is never a weakness, and that is it from Super Training Gym. There we go. Bitch.